In one of my previous project, we were working on testing a tax calculator rule engine which would calculate tax based on the customer's zip code and his date of birth. The application was due for a major production release that included several new features and critical bug fixes. Since it was a major release, testing was done by a separate testing group. While we had one team for the front end and another one for the back end. Since I was part of the front end team, I was focused on testing the end-to-end functionality. However, there was a scenario where I had to test the front end and then validate the changes in the back end. While doing so, I found that the tax percentage calculated at the front end was not matching with the back end logic. I validated these findings even with the back end testing group and they confirmed that the logic was correct. This was a very critical issue because it would have, if it would be released to the production, then the calculated amount would be incorrect and it could harm the reputation of the company, which is a major finance brand. So the step which I had taken to handle the situation was to immediately document my finding in form of a Jira defect, which is our test management system, and also provide all the details including the steps to reproduce screenshots and the database results. And I also promptly informed the QA lead, project manager and the development team. We had a quick and urgent meeting to discuss about the issue and its potential impact. So this impact was also confirmed by the business teams who quickly conducted impact analysis to understand the extent of problem and which part of the application was most impacted and how critical it was for release. So given the severity of the bug, decision was made to delay the production release until issue was resolved, and the same decision was informed to all the stakeholders and the reason behind it. So the development team started prioritizing the bug and they worked on identifying the root cause and the module that need to be fixed. And once they communicated that the fix was in place, I performed thorough testing on the fix, including testing around the payment processing module to ensure that no new issues were introduced. I also conducted a mini regression testing or focusing majorly on the critical parts of the application to ensure that everything was working as expected, thereby maintaining the quality. So I kept on informing regarding my testing progress and any issues or blocker during the testing timeline to make sure that everyone were informed. So this was one of the most critical defect which I found in one of my previous projects.